The 7 levels of Roblox. If you think Roblox is just a kids game about blocky avatars and tycoon simulators, you're barely scratching the surface. Roblox is an entire universe made of worlds, myths, and player-made chaos. On the surface, it's colorful and silly, but the deeper you go, the stranger it gets. So let's descend into the 7 levels of Roblox, where each stage peels back another layer of what makes this platform both incredible and slightly terrifying. Level 1, the beginners. We start at the top of the iceberg, the place where every player's journey begins. It's bright, loud, and filled with free Robux scams that only your 10-year-old self would believe. This is the world of Adopt Me, Brookhaven RP, and classic Obi and Tycoon games. It's where players first learned that Obi doesn't mean obligatory, but obstacle course, and that working in a pizza shop somehow counts as an entire career. Most players at this level are just exploring, designing outfits, building tycoon empires, and accidentally clicking on fake free Robux games. It's not dangerous, but it is the digital equivalent of licking a frozen pole in winter. You only do it once before learning your lesson. Here, Roblox is simple fun. It's the community's shared childhood, full of trading pets, spamming emojis, and thinking your house in Bloxburg looks modern because you added glass walls. Everyone starts here, and everyone looks back on it with a mix of nostalgia and mild embarrassment. Level 1 is the surface of Roblox. Innocent, messy, and endlessly replayable, but keep descending and you'll realize the deeper you go, the less kid-friendly Roblox actually becomes. Level 2, the creators. Now we step a little deeper, into the level where players stop playing Roblox and start building it. Level 2 is where Roblox turns from hobby to hustle. It's designing, building, and shaping an entire digital economy. This is where the creative spark hits. Players discover Roblox Studio, the terrifying-looking software that somehow turns a bunch of code and cubes into games that millions of people actually play. It's the gateway drug to late nights, too much caffeine, and arguing on Discord about why the lighting engine broke again. Here live the developers behind the biggest simulator and tycoon hits. The people who realized you can make a game about clicking and somehow pull in 10 million visits a week. They're the unsung geniuses, or maybe the evil masterminds, who made us think we needed to grind for digital lemonade money. Then there are the Bloxburg builders, who treat interior design like a sacred ritual. Some of these players spend hours decorating bathrooms that no one will ever see, all in the pursuit of aesthetic perfection. And if you've ever scrolled through Roblox TikTok, you've seen them. The builders who somehow make mansions look too realistic, like HGTV invaded a children's game. But the real power move at this level is going pro. Through Roblox's developer exchange program, some creators make enough Robux to cash out into actual money, sometimes 6 figures a year. The same kids who used to roleplay as pizza delivery drivers are now real-life game developers with tax problems. Level 2 is where Roblox turns from hobby to hustle. It's designing, building, and shaping an entire digital economy. Level 3, the fame game. Now things start getting loud. This level belongs to the influencers, the faces of Roblox culture who made entire careers out of pixels and chaos. From Flamingo's chaotic humor to Dennis's old-school Let's Plays, these creators transformed Roblox from a kid's game into a massive entertainment universe. Every Obi jump, every rage quit, every what just happened moment that was broadcast to millions. And it worked. It's also the level of group wars and fan armies. You're not just playing a game, you're part of a fandom. Whether it's Brookhaven roleplayers or Blox Fruits grinders, everyone's repping something. Roblox's social side becomes its own metagame. Who you know, what group you're in, and how many followers you have all start to matter more than skill or creativity. But fame on Roblox isn't always glamorous. With popularity comes drama, channel feuds, content theft, exposed scams, and fake giveaway controversies that spiral faster than a Tower of Hell speedrun. Whole communities can rise and fall over a single Twitter post or leaked Discord message. And then there's the Roblox YouTube algorithm, a mysterious beast that decides which videos go viral and which ones vanish into the void. It's made and broken creators overnight, turning some into millionaires and others into cautionary tales. Level 3 is all about attention, the fuel that powers Roblox's culture. Some players chase it, some thrive on it, and some burn out completely because in the fame game, the line between player and performer starts to disappear. Level 4, the glitched zone. Level 4 is where the game starts bending in ways it's not supposed to, when the code breaks and legends start to form in the cracks. Let's start with the OG myth duo 1x1x1x1 and Cool Kid. These may sound like they were just made up from creepypasta, but the accounts actually existed. Back in the early 2010s, players started spreading stories that these users could control servers, crash games, and even delete accounts with a command. In reality, they were just skilled exploiters and smart storytellers. Every time someone claimed 1x1x1x1 hacked my game, it just made the legend stronger. It's like Roblox's version of Bloody Mary. Say the name, and your base plate crashes. Then there were the bugged servers and avatar glitches. Players would suddenly spawn without heads, fall into infinite voids, or load into half-destroyed maps, all without explanation. Some were caused by lag or bad scripts, others by exploiters playing God. But when it happens at 3 a.m. in a quiet lobby server, it doesn't feel like a glitch, but more like the Matrix folded. The most infamous real incident, though, was April Fool's Day 2012, when Roblox actually got hacked. Exploiters defaced the site, changed the homepage, and even gave random players admin powers for a few hours. The company had to shut everything down to contain the mess. It's the one day Roblox truly lost control, and players still call it the Roblox Purge. And then there's the eerie phenomenon of baseplate teleport games, harmless-looking titles that suddenly yank you into strange, empty maps with weird music or impossible architecture. Most are just trolls or clever scripting tricks, but a few gained cult followings. People swore they'd been teleported into deleted places, or that the game kept reappearing even after being removed. Level 5, the disturbing myths. Now we're diving past the glitches into the stories that feel real even when you know they shouldn't be. This is where Roblox's happy little block world started breeding actual folklore. Let's start with the John Doe and Jane Doe, the Bonnie and Clyde of Roblox paranoia. In early 2017, rumors exploded that these two ancient test accounts were coming back on March 18th to hack every player. Kids were logging off in fear, YouTubers made countdown videos, and Roblox had to officially clarify that no, they weren't digital serial killers, just harmless test bots from 2006. But that didn't stop the panic. Players swore they saw John Doe watching them in servers, because nothing says terror like an avatar with a blank yellow smile. Then came the red dress girl and the stalker, two myths born from horror game fandoms. The red dress girl supposedly appears in certain lobbies, moving on naturally fast and killing players even when she's not coded to. The stalker, on the other hand, was said to follow you from game to game, silently spectating your sessions. Both stories mixed truth and code, based on real community horror games that accidentally glitched or used creepy mechanics. And Roblox being Roblox, the fan base turned those bugs into ghost stories. But nothing hits nostalgia like Guest 666. Before guests were removed, players claimed to see a red-eyed version of the classic Guest character haunting servers. He couldn't be kicked, couldn't be banned, and would crash games when approached. In reality, just modified accounts using old client versions. But for 2016-era Roblox kids, Guest 666 was pure nightmare fuel, the closest thing the platform ever had to a ghost. And finally, there are the games that vanish. Every year, a few horror titles rise out of nowhere, terrifying players for a few weeks, then disappear without warning. No trace, no dev page, nothing. Some of these vanishings are just copyright issues or moderation bans. Others, theories say they were too real, that developers uploaded something cursed or dangerous before pulling it down themselves. Level 5 is where you realize Roblox's darkest stories don't come from hackers or code, they come from players, scared, fascinated, and absolutely convinced the monsters are real. Level 6, the banned and forgotten. Welcome to Level 6, where the ghosts aren't myths anymore, but deleted accounts, forgotten games, and pieces of history that Roblox doesn't really want to talk about. Let's start with the community. Supposedly, it was a secret hub, a game that only banned developers could access. People claimed it was filled with half-finished horror maps, broken models, and messages from exiled creators venting about Roblox's moderation. Nobody's ever proven it existed, but every now and then, an old forum screenshot pops up showing an invite-only game titled The Community. Whether it was real or just an inside joke among old devs, it's become a modern campfire story for veterans who'd seen too much. Then there were the Smile and Happy accounts, two usernames tied to deleted horror games that popped up around 2015. The games were simple: black rooms, looping audio, and a smiling face that would appear behind you if you stood still long enough. When both games and accounts were wiped within weeks, players started calling them the Forbidden Twins. Roblox has never confirmed whether they were taken down for TOS violations or something darker, but footage of the games still lingers in old YouTube archives like urban legends preserved on VHS. Some developers took things a step further, making Roblox horror maps inspired by real crimes. These weren't your average jump scare playgrounds, they were unnervingly realistic recreations of police reports or old internet mysteries. Roblox moderators cracked down hard on these, especially after some maps included names, addresses, or reenactments of real events. It blurred the line between creativity and bad taste, and that's exactly why people still talk about them. And finally, the most infamous entries in this level, the Suicide and Do Not Join games. They'd appear briefly on the platform, often titled with warnings in all caps, and vanish hours later. Players who'd managed to join described empty maps, eerie audio, or avatars standing motionless in darkness. One user even claimed their account crashed permanently after joining. Of course, it's impossible to verify, but Roblox moderators did remove these games almost immediately whenever they appeared. At this level, the platform starts feeling haunted, not by code or ghosts, but by the remnants of things Roblox tried to erase. Level 7, The Abyss. And you've made it to the final descent, The Abyss. This is the level where Roblox stops being a game and starts feeling like a haunted archive, where pixels, myths, and realities start bleeding into each other. First up, the account that plays itself. Clips began circulating around 2018 showing accounts moving inside empty servers with no players listed online, walking, jumping, even chatting like real people. The most famous one, friend user 435, reportedly joined random games at 3 a.m. and wandered aimlessly. Players who tried to message it never got a response. Some said it was an NPC testing AI pathfinding, others swear it moved too humanly. To this day, nobody's proven whether it was a bug, a bot, or something much stranger. Then comes the Roblox graveyard theory. Players noticed that some deleted accounts, wiped years ago, still appear in follower lists or old server logs. You can click them, but they lead nowhere, like digital tombstones in a server that forgot to update. It's not supernatural, just eerie, a glitchy reminder that nothing on the internet ever really dies. Next, the 2021 cart ride into real life incident. What looked like another silly cart ride meme game actually linked players to a Discord server involved in an online harassment ring. It was quickly taken down, but not before screenshots spread showing creepy messages and missions tied to real usernames. This one was real. Roblox moderators and even law enforcement got involved, making it one of the platform's most disturbing true stories. And then, Crosswoods. If you've been around Roblox long enough, you already know that name. It was a trap game that could auto-ban anyone who joined using an exploit that flooded chat logs with inappropriate messages. Thousands of innocent accounts were wiped before Roblox patched it. Players called it a digital virus, and honestly, that's not far off. Finally, there's the Roblox Lost Media community. Players who dig through backups, wayback archives, and old screenshots to find deleted or forbidden games. They've uncovered lost horror projects, experimental dev tools, even early 2000s chat logs. Some finds are nostalgic, but others genuinely unsettling. The Abyss is about how deep Roblox's digital history goes. Because when a world's been online for nearly 2 decades, I bet you something strange is bound to get buried in the code.